Hi everyone, I hope you're okay, and I hope that the videos we keep uploading are helping you out. On this video guys, I'll be tackling the first question from the St. Anne's Diocesan College preliminary exam, which was written in the year of 2023. Please do expect a total number of 10 videos since the question paper had 10 questions in total. That simply means each and every question will have its own video. And please guys, do take this seriously. I strongly believe that knowing how to tackle exam questions will give you an edge whenever you write your preliminary exam, but most importantly, your final exam. So please do share the video to your peers so that they may have the same edge as you. And please guys, do help us grow the channel by just subscribing. Okay. Question 1, we are given an equation and we are supposed to solve x. The first thing, please guys, do not divide by x. The first thing you're supposed to do, guys, make sure your equation is in standard form. So you'll simply have x squared minus 4x is equal to 0. And then you can take out a common factor, which is x. Will be left with x minus 4 is equal to 0. And therefore, x will be equal to 0, or x is just equal to 4. And then we are told that hence otherwise determine the values of y, if this minus that is equal to 0. The values of y, so this guys is basically equal to, they said hence, ne? We can simply say let y squared plus 3 to be equal to x. Are you together? And hence you'll end up having x squared minus 4x is equal to 0. You already know that x is 0 or x is just equal to 4. But you are not solving for x. We want to find the values of y. Are you together? So you'll simply say y squared plus 3 is equal to 0, and therefore y is just equal to plus or minus the square root of 3. On the other side, you'll have y squared plus 3 is equal to 4, and then y squared is just equal to 1, and therefore y is just equal to plus or minus 1. That's how, guys, you could have solved that equation over there. And then now we are being told to solve x. And if, guys, there's this statement over here, you don't have to even worry about finding factors. All you have to do, just use a quadratic equation. Ne? But before you do that, guys, make sure that the value of a is positive. How can I make it positive? Divide each and every term by -1. You'll end up having positive 2x squared plus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. B is just equal to 3. Remember that, guys, b is the coefficient of x. Are you together? And then a is the coefficient of x squared. C is our constant term all over 2a. And then these guys will simply give us our x values. Let's just punch our calculator. -3 plus the square root of -3 all squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Let me check. Let me check over here. Is there anything I did incorrectly there? Oh yeah. Hey, I was finding a wrong answer. So, guys, the first answer simply says x is equal to 0.28, and the second one will simply be -1.78. So these are my two answers. Okay, and then now I'm given an inequality, guys. The first thing I need to do is to make sure that my inequality is in standard form. Everything is on the left hand side and 0 is on the right hand side. So the first thing I need to do here, guys, is to simply remove these brackets by just multiplying them out. I'll end up having x squared plus x minus 20 is less than 10. That means x squared plus x minus 30 is less than 10. I'm looking for the factors of 30 that when I subtract will give me 1. So those are just 5 and 6. I'll have plus and minus over there. And then my critical values, guys. Critical values are the values of x that will give me 0 over there. So I know that when x is equal to 5, I'll get a 0. And another one, when x is equal to a negative 6, I will get a 0. After finding my critical values, I must then go place them on the number line. My number line, there's negative 6 and 5. Both of these critical values are not included because there's no equal sign over there. Are we together? If, guys, the coefficient of x inside my brackets have the same sign, I'll simply have a positive over there. And then immediately whenever I jump a critical value, the sign will change. From positive, it will now be negative, and then positive again. I'm looking for the values of x that will give me a negative answer. Less than 0 simply means negative. Where do I see negative on my number line? When x is between negative 6 and 5. You can write your answer like this, or simply say x is an element of negative 6 and 5. Okay, now we are given a quadratic equation that has sets. The first thing we need to do is to remove these sets for us to be able to solve x. So I simply have the square root of 10 minus x squared, which is just equal to x minus 2. Né? How can I remove sets? By just squaring both sides. Please, guys, do not square every term. Square both sides. You'll end up having 10 minus x squared is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4. And then just make sure that your equation is in standard form. I can take these to the other side. I'll end up having x squared. I still have negative 4x plus 4 equal to 0. The ones that are moving from the left hand side, I'll have another x squared. It will change sign. Are we together? And then the 10 will also change sign. I'll end up having 2x squared minus 4x minus 6 is equal to 0. If I can divide each and every term by 2, I'll end up having x squared minus 3x. It's x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. I'm looking for the factors of 3 that when I subtract will simply give me 2. And those factors are 3 and 1. Since the sign there is minus, the bigger factor will take the sign of the middle term. I'll have minus and plus, and hence x is equal to 3 or x is equal to negative 1. This one, guys, will not be applicable because if you substitute x is equal to negative 1 on the original equation, you'll simply find that the left hand side is not equal to the right hand side, and hence x is equal to 3 is the only answer. Okay, now we are supposed to solve x and y simultaneously, and we must show all the working. Okay, we are given 2 to the power x plus y is equal to 8. That means 2 to the power x plus y is equal to 2 cubed. If my bases are the same, I can therefore drop my exponents, and then x is basic. X plus y is equal to 3. This is my first equation. And then I am given the second equation, which is just x squared plus y squared is equal to 5. This is equation number 2. Then I must just make one variable the subject of the formula. I'll simply say from the first equation, y is equal to 3 minus x. By doing this, I'm forming the third equation. I can therefore say substitute equation 3 in equation 2. I will therefore have x squared plus, plus y squared is just equal to 5. But remember that, guys, y is equal to 3 minus x. Then all you have to do, guys, just remove the brackets. You'll end up having x squared plus 9 minus 6x plus x squared is equal to 5. And then you'll end up having 2x squared minus 6x. 9 minus 5 will simply give us a positive 4. We can divide each and every term by 2. That's 2x. We'll be left with x squared minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. I'm looking for the factors of 2 that when I add will give me 3, and those are 2 and 1. The sign over there is plus. That means the brackets will have the same sign, but not just any sign, the sign of the middle term. That's minus and minus, and hence x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 1. After finding the x values, guys, all I have to do is to go and find the corresponding y values. I can simply use the first equation because it's easier. So when x is equal to 2, therefore the value of y, let's use the third equation, guys, because we already have y as the subject of the formula. Therefore the value of y is just 3 minus 2, which is just equal to 1. So I now know that when x is 2, the y value is 1. Okay, and then for the second one, I'll simply say whenever x is equal to 1, therefore y will be 3 minus 1, and hence I'll get 2. I now know that whenever x is 1, the y value will be 2. That's how, guys, we're supposed to solve the simultaneous equation. The last question, we are given logarithms. We are supposed to write log 10 base p in terms of log 2 and log 5. Okay, so this is basically log 10 base p. This can be written as the log of 2 multiplied by 5 base p, which is just equal to the log of p base 2 plus the log of 5 base p rather. Remember that, guys, there is a logarithmic law that simply says if we have log b base a plus log c base a, these two can be written as log b multiplied by c base a. So over here, guys, we're just moving from this point to that point, moving from this expansion to that one. So log 10 can be written like that. And then now we are told to hence or otherwise prove that c is equal to that. Remember that we've just shown that log 10 base p is equal to log 2 base p plus the log of 5 base p. Log 10 base p is just equal to 1 over c. Log 2 base p is 1 over a. Log 5 base p, that's 1 over b. I'll have 1 over c on the other side. I can simply add these two fractions. I'll end up having ab as my LCD, and then I'll have a plus b as my numerator. If I can flip the left hand side, I can also flip the right hand side, guys. Right together. So therefore c over 1 will be equal to ab all over a plus b. Now I've proven that c is equal to this. That's how, guys, we're supposed to tackle the first question over there. So please do stay tuned and wait for more videos. Thank you.